What's up, everybody? What's going on? I hope all of y'all are doing fan-freaking-tastic out there. I know I am for a little bit. Um, Something good happened yesterday, but right now, on top of feeling a tad bit fan-freaking-tastic, I'm also feeling a tad bit, um, nervous right now. A little bit nervous and a little bit scared. And that kind of is directed toward this thing and how it's going to be perceived when it's over. But we're going to get to that momentarily. Alright, so anyway, in today's vlog, there's going to be some bad news, some sad news, some good news, maybe a review, and something very, very stupid. Okay? But even though it'll be very stupid, I think it will be worth it. I've come up with too many excuses about why what I'm about to do today is a good idea but a stupid idea. So, yeah. First and foremost, we gotta start off with the bad and the sad news. Okay? Um, for those of you that haven't heard already, which I'm pretty sure most of you have by now, we lost two wrestlers this week. One of them being Shad of Crime Time. He was the big one that teamed up with JTG. And back in that era, Crime Time was definitely one of my favorite tag teams. Heck, even to this day, they was one of my favorite tag teams of all time. From that era, it was Crime Time and Deuce and Domino. I remember watching wrestling with my grandfather, and every time Crime Time would come out there, he would see JTG and say, "There I am," because JTG happened to be the initials of my grandfather, James Thomas Green. Anyway, so I know outside the ring, Shad was a awesome individual. I can't remember the whole situation, but I heard a few years ago he got into a scuffle at a gas station, and he was basically playing hero, and that was pretty awesome of him. But now, what I heard about his death, him and his son was at the beach, and I still don't know what the undertow is. I think that's what's to blame, but apparently, um, Shad and his son got sucked into the water somehow. Or got sucked into the current, whatever it was, and his son survived, but there was a lifeguard there present, and Shad's final words were, "Save my son first." And he went missing after that final wave crashed into him, but then he resurfaced and he was pronounced dead. So, man, save my son first. That's, wow. Went out like a real hero. So, man, a few years ago, I was hoping like we could see JTG and Shad back in WWE somehow. I wouldn't mind seeing them team up with Titus O'Neil and Darren Young, make that the Crime Time players. You know what I'm saying? That would have been epic. But yeah. In tribute, I got to do this thing right now. Got to pull out my $11 to do this. It's all about that money, money. Yeah, yeah, 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 that money, money. Yeah, yeah. Shad, thank you for everything you've done. I'm really, really gonna miss you. Alright, listen now. Alright, but now the other person we lost this week is, her name is Hana. I hope I pronounced that name right. Now, I don't know much about the lady, but she is a wrestler herself, and she was also on a Netflix show. Now, like I said, I don't know that much about the lady. Um, the most I know about Japanese female wrestling is a promotion called Stardom, and I don't even watch that. Other than that, any information I do get from the Japanese female wrestling scene comes from what Ring of Honor promotes, and that's about it. But yeah, with me not knowing much about her, I wasn't going to talk about this, but it was when I heard how she died that really struck a nerve with me, and it really connected with me. Okay, um, to my understanding, Hana Kimura, who was 22, committed suicide, and it seems as if she committed suicide because of online bullying. Now, it was just last month, early April, when I was having those suicidal thoughts too. Okay? Like I said, with this whole coronavirus going on, it there was a lot of stuff that was leading up into this pandemic that just all happened at one time, and it just gave me a flashback to 2013 when my grandfather died. Like, my whole world changed just like it did now, and I wasn't able to know how to process it all together. Okay, but there was a pandemic going on, a whole bunch of trolls harassing me on and off YouTube, on Discord too. Um, One of my best internet friends left me. Um, just a lot of stuff going on that didn't feel well in my soul, okay? But slowly but surely, as time progressed, and when I made basically almost everything else that happened in that coronavirus pandemic um, blessing video, that's what kind of woke me up and told me to, like, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. And but to see Hana Kimura want to commit suicide because of online bullying, that's very sad. I mean, I heard one argument online saying cyberbullying isn't real, and cyberbullying isn't real, and you should just close your eyes. Now, cyberbullying may not be real, but emotions are. It takes people to run the internet, and the internet, it can bring us together. It can bring all of us together, and unfortunately, all of us do include the big jerks of the world. Now, is there a mature way that you should handle cyberbullying? Yes. Um, should it be ignored? Definitely. And I know that's ironic coming from me, knowing my past, but just because I know I didn't do it in the past doesn't mean I know I shouldn't have done it. I know I should have. Okay, I should have. Right? But for anybody that says that cyberbullying isn't real, or that cyberbullying should be ignored, just close your eyes or something like that, well, to those that say just close your eyes to cyberbullying, in my honest opinion, I think that's, on one hand, that's a harsh way of saying ignore it, okay? But on the other hand, if it was a cyberbully, or if it was a troll that said that, then it could be the cyberbully's goal to make sure that you don't use that website anymore. Because a particular person or a particular group of people doesn't want to show you support, or want to hate you to a certain extent, I'm not sure what their goal is, to just keep sticking with it and just keep going and going and going, and I don't know what the end goal is. It could be for a reaction, but I'm not quite sure if the reaction they want is death. Because one other argument I heard was, after Hana Kimura's death, where was her family and friends? That seems like a scapegoat. That's like trying to put the blame on somebody else, you know? Like, oh, I didn't want to be one of your friends, so where was yours? Just because I didn't want to be your friend, one of yours should have been there. Or the even darker one, haha, your friends and family wasn't there, so yeah, you deserve to die. That, that, that's the way it's circling around in my head. Alright? So it's very sad to see what Hana has done to herself. Um, and that's just one of the popular ones, though. Like, I remember back in middle school watching Channel 1 News, there was like so many reports of the MySpace era causing a whole bunch of suicides. Right? But we live in a world now where mental illnesses is, on one hand, um, very complicated, but on the other hand, it's understood now more than ever. We live in a world now where there's stuff like Down syndrome, Asperger's, autism, depression, anxiety, all that stuff that has been scientifically proven to alter the brain. All that stuff has different medicines out there for it, you know? So, whenever somebody goes to cyberbullying somebody, everybody takes it a different way, right? No, when it comes to cyberbullying, you don't know what's going on in that person's life. You don't know what's going on in that person's head. That person may be agreeing with every single thing you're saying. So because that person doesn't feel love, because that person doesn't feel support, they don't feel like they have a right to live anymore. They feel like they don't have a right to do what makes them happy. Because what makes them happy apparently makes everybody else angry, according to them. So, with Hana being a wrestler and dealing with cyberbullies herself, that really hurt me, and that's one of the other reasons why I just made that Never Too Late music video, right? Because I felt the same way. I felt the same way Hana did. But now the question is, though, to any cyberbullies out there, to any trolls out there that do this kind of act, what would their initial reaction be if the suicide actually happened? I remember back in the days of Leafy at his tip of popularity, there was a whole bunch of people on the internet trolling saying drink bleach, kill yourself, or just KYS. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for certain trolls to want people to like stop living their life. And Mick Foley tweeted something out. Mick Foley said, and I quote, Hana was 22. Please let that sink in. 22. She had her whole life in front of her. Online bullying should not be a part of life. It damn sure should not be a part of death. End quote. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. So, Hana rest in peace. And, man, that was very relatable. That could have been me. That really could have been me last month. But, yeah. It is what it is. Rest in peace both you and Shad. Alright, now, moving on. While we're on the topic of wrestling, I did get to watch AEW Double or Nothing, and I freaking enjoyed it. I really did. When that Casino Battle Royal happened, I wasn't expecting Brian Cage of all people to show up, but he did. And that match was so good, it was like very, very hard for any other match to follow it, you know? But I am happy that Hikaru Shida, she won the AEW Women's Championship, and I was kind of confused about why Brody Lee and Jon Moxley went on last, but that match was a reminder about why Luke Harper was my favorite member of the Wyatt family. But when that stage broke, yeah, I'll admit that was pretty cool. And also one more thing about that Casino ladder match, that skateboard spot that Darby Allin did, it was awesome, and I don't care how many times Darby Allin tries to kill himself in the ring or outside of it, whatever. Darby, please stop trying to murder yourself. Dear Lord. But yeah, once I saw that Stadium Stampede match, I was like, whoa. I don't remember laughing that much for one match in a while, and I can't believe the words came out of my mouth that said, WWE, take this L. That's how good the Stadium Stampede match was, in my opinion. Um, like the matter of fact, all those versions of Matt Hardy, I wasn't really expecting um, the Lake of Reincarnation water to be inside that pool. And dear Lord, how big is Daly's place? I mean, I know most stadiums are big, but dear Lord, they got that entire Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium. They got that big amphitheater there, and they basically got like something like a whole mall in between. And the stadium has a freaking pool in it. Bruh, that place. Look, once this pandemic is over, AEW definitely needs to hold a show in that stadium somehow. That would definitely be more proof that AEW is good competition for WWE when they can like put on their own version of WrestleMania and sell it out. But yeah, so now, um, onto some other business. This past Wednesday was my niece Abby's birthday. She just turned 9, and the party was actually last weekend. Let me go get something from over here real quick. I didn't want it getting wet. So anyway, um, at the party, everybody was sitting around painting, and I got bored, so I said, sure, why not I paint something. But yeah, I painted that. Another thing I painted was like a little birthday canvas thing for her, right? But now, one other thing that happened, uh, it was either Sunday night or Monday night, one of those, that Abby painted something for me. And nobody put this much work into something for me before. Something this artistic, that is. And this really touched me, and I'm definitely going to be hanging this up on my wall for many years to come. But yeah, that's what she painted for me. Look, I love the heck out of this. I'll just put this back over here. So yeah, but yeah, this past month has been incredible, and now I got some more good news. Okay, right over there at that table, I'm gonna be sitting there this Friday. That's the 5th anniversary video. That's also where Sup Everybody episode 0 happened, right? And I am proud to announce that I have officially broken my subs gained in a year record. I have reached 328, and now the new record is 82 for now, provided I don't get any more subs between now and Friday, or Thursday when I go to film the video, right? Now, last Monday, I was so ready to accept defeat. I said that SSP goals is just many more goals that the COVID-19 ruined, okay? But that was before I saw how many subscribers I had that morning, okay? When I went to bed that night, that was the night that the Geek Room played my stream. No, that was the night the Geek Room played my promo, okay? When I went to bed that night, I had about 308 subscribers. When I woke up the next morning, I filmed my vlog, I logged on to YouTube, and I saw that I had 312. So then that's what got me. I said, okay, look, I need to try and go out with the bang, okay? I need to try and grind and release some content this week for those new subscribers. Alright, but I didn't stop there. Alright, that promo that I uploaded Wednesday, I uploaded that to Facebook first. The thing about that promo was, it was universal. I could like literally upload that anywhere to describe who I am and what I do on this channel. So what I did was I joined at least 12 different Facebook groups. Some could say that I was begging for subs. Some could say there's sympathy, but no. I told them specifically, only subscribe if you feel like it. That's not it word for word, but that was the basic gist. Okay, I uploaded the promo, I told them the situation, and that's what happened. Now, ironically enough, my last subscriber, the last subscriber that helped me break that goal was none other than Chris Vallow, locally hated Chris Vallow. Yes, the Chris Vallow that is my arch nemesis from APW. So, Chris Vallow, even though you're an a-hole, thank you. But yeah. So after all those people that subscribed, after that big epic moment that happened to me for my birthday because of the church, after everything that the new addition of my family has done for me, I'm talking about my sister-in-law and my nephew and my niece. I better not hear it come out of my mouth. I better not even think it anymore that nobody cares. Because I know for a fact they do. There is people out there that care. And how foolish I was, how utterly retarded and foolish I was to think that, how foolish was I to focus on the hate? How foolish was I to focus on the dislikes? Because this whole month, these past 2 months, it slowly but surely, it made me realize that there's bigger things to worry about than somebody pressing a button. And that's one of the reasons why I left it public this long. And what I'm about to do now is very stupid. Alright, but I feel like it's mandatory. Alright. So, the reasons I'm about to do what I'm about to do, this is the last video I'm going to be uploading for SSP being 4 years old. So I want to try to do one last memorable moment. Alright. Another reason I want to do this is I need to punish myself for thinking stupid in the past. For any trolls out there that like to see me suffer, that don't like to see me happy, this next moment is dedicated to you. You're going to see me suffer, alright. Now, this is also in a way to say thank you to everybody that did subscribe to me. Now that I reeled them in, I need to give them a reason to stay, because right now I'm about to take my 2 weeks off again, not including next week's Up Everybody or the anniversary show. If anything, this past year has proven to me, according to the analytics, less is definitely more. So I'm going to give it 2 weeks now. So I need to give these new subscribers one more entertaining moment to say thank you. And if you are one of the subscribers that came from that Facebook group, please let it be known in the comments below so I can shout you out this Friday. And one other reason, it's because I feel guilty still. I mean, deep down, I feel like I definitely have changed. I don't know what it is, but it just happened naturally. I knew I needed to change, and I swear I feel one. Okay? I know I feel one. I definitely feel different, a heck of a lot different now than I did about 2 months ago. But I really hope that that friend of mine is out there watching. I mean, he doesn't consider it a friendship anymore, but I'm only calling him a friend because he was a past friend, and I'm still trying to keep his identity a secret, okay, just out of respect for him. But we were talking a little bit on Gmail, but he hasn't replied to me in about 2 weeks or so. But I hope he's out there watching it, and I know he knows who. If he's out there watching, he knows I'm talking to him. Look, I'm on my knees for you, okay? I am very, very sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what it was I've done to you. Okay, I'm sorry I've been taking everything for granted. I'm sorry, okay? I sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart. Okay, look, this is real. This is real. Alright? I can't change the past. But just know that no matter how successful I get in the future, no matter how many other friends or fans I may have, you are one of the best because of everything you've helped done for me. I really, really miss talking to you, and I just hope that we can talk normally again, and we can just restore what was lost. And I, I still love you, and I know I was in the wrong. I know I was the stupid one. So, I still promise you that everything will be better in the future. I've tried my best, okay? I really have tried my best. And I really do feel different. I really do. I really do feel like there was a change. I, it happened naturally, just like I said it would. But now, to punish myself from my stupidity, I know I really don't need to do this, but I have to. For all the other excuses I just said. This is dedicated to that friend that I lost, and this is dedicated to everybody else. I'm gonna show you what I got going on right here. Yes, that is a box. I just used it for the last episode of My Kingdom Cringe. That is a big piece of plywood right there, and it is wrapped in steel. In case I'm too weak to do it in a second, let me go and get it out of the way now. Until next time, make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year round. Booyah! I'm out. I love you all. Alright, that's my hug. Let me do that one more time. One more time just to get the point across. One more time just to get the point across. I won't be satisfied until the floor breaks. Okay, good enough, I suppose. Alright. Yeah. There we are. I'm out again. Bye.